don't know about you, but I refuse to drag old habits into a new season. Everything that I want for my next level, for my next year, starts with what I'm doing right now. So I'm going to share with you the things that I'm doing, 8 different habits of what I'm doing emotionally, spiritually, physically, and all the things to get to my next level. Listen, you don't want to miss this because your next requires preparation and not procrastination. Alrighty, y'all, so welcome back to the New Year Now series, where we have decided that we're not going to let a calendar try to dictate our next level. We have decided that we want to be in alignment now, disciplined now for where we're going into the new year. And I've been taking you all along this journey, and today I'm getting a little bit more personal and sharing some actual things that I'm doing right now to prepare me for this next season. And I'm not talking about cute Pinterest boards and let me visualize this and visualize. For some people, that is great. For me, I am very practical. I'm very direct. I'm going to share with you the things that have literally changed my life in this season, changed my mindset, and helped me get to a place where I'm just like, yeah, my new year is now. Now, as you've already seen, or if you haven't seen it in our very first episode, I believe that the new year has started now. This recording right now is in November 2025. Jesus. We're in November 2025, y'all. Howbeit ever, I believe the new year has started. I believe it started last month, and spiritually we're here. So we may as well just get in alignment. And so if that's something that you're interested in, keep on watching. Habit number 1, I already naturally have a rhythm of looking ahead and doing a monthly review, kind of evaluating where my life has been for the previous 30 days, looking ahead of where I want to go, doing quarterly planning and all of those different things. But y'all, when I got to October, I was like, hey, wait, I can't even think about what is to come in year 1. Thankfully, I have a lot more clarity than I had before. But at that time, it's like I didn't even have the tenacity or ability to look that short of a time frame forward. I had to literally look at my next 5 years, because I'm like, y'all, a lot can change in 1 year, but I think I want to have some direction that I'm going into in my next 5 years, because I will be 40. So I'm currently 35, and I'm like, hey, I may not know exactly what I want for 36, but I know for sure by 40, there are some specific things that I want to get into. And that mindset of looking ahead, not just, for next year or in 1 year, 12 months or 18 months, I personally had to look 5 years. And that gave me the boost to say, hey, I'm dedicated to a long-term plan. And if it takes 5 years to get there, I believe it might take 5 years, honestly, for some of those goals, because those are some areas that I've been challenged in for a while. And I was down for it. So if you need vision for what's to come, I recommend looking at 1 to 5 years on where you actually want to go and building a plan from there. All right, my number 2 habit is eating for energy. Okay, I know that sounds crazy, but it is so important. If you guys didn't know, I founded this challenge, this 40-day challenge that we do every quarter called Discipline for Destiny. And one of the habits, we do 4 different disciplines, but one of them is to detox a certain thing from your diet. So one time I did all processed sugar, like no sugar at all. One time I did no rice. I've done like no pastas, things like that. The more that I've done this, which has been over a year, the more in tune I've gotten with my body. So I can tell when certain foods just really don't jive with me well, when they take my energy, when they make me feel like they're sitting at the bottom of my stomach, or it makes me feel groggy or whatever. I've become so sensitive to my body that I know what foods help and don't help me. So with that being said, now I'm very strategic about what I'm fueling my body with, because I need my energy, y'all. Like I said, I am about to be pushing 40 soon, and so my energy literally matters. How I wake up, being able to accomplish the things that I do, because a lot of my work is mental, and maybe a lot of your work is mental as well. So my energy is so important now more than ever before, and I can't afford to be eating things that just make me feel heavy and I just have the itis. Like, we're over having the itis. My 3rd habit is sleeping when my body wants to sleep. Okay, so let me tell y'all, I can drive myself. I think I'm now feeling myself out about like what is my capacity, how much I can actually get done in a day. I've always been so unrealistic about how much I can do in one day, always in my life. So always had like a never ending to-do list, always put 20 things on my to-do list thinking that I can get it done, never got it done. So I'm learning to simplify those things. But I say all that to say, sometimes my body will just completely shut down and just say, oh, you're going to sleep. And in some seasons I used to fight that. Like in college, yeah, I gotta fight this sleep off because baby, we got this exam tomorrow and you know I just started studying 3 hours before. And so I had to, but honey, we're not in that season anymore. So if my body says rest, I rest. And the reason why is because our bodies were made to literally restore and just like regenerate cells and all these things at night. It requires energy to do that, and it's important that you get enough sleep so that your body can naturally restore itself. Better than your exercise and better than your eating, sleep does wonders for us. So if my body says it's time to sleep, I'm sleeping so that I can feel my best the next day. All right, so my fourth habit is what I shared with you a little bit earlier, Discipline for Destiny. It is a challenge that I founded last year, July 2024. And the premise behind it is basically like the places that we want to go and the places that we see ourselves, it requires discipline. And I believe that we have to make daily decisions aligned with destiny, paying systematic attention to divine details. And that was a quote from one of my mentors. And I was like, you know what? It's so important that every day I make a decision to show up for myself. And so being back in this challenge, we do it at the start of every quarter. So it would have been October 1st, but this is the first time we did it October 15th because we had a really big conference at my church. But I started doing Discipline for Destiny, and it just kind of catapulted me back into getting into the mindset of like, hey girl, let's get disciplined. Let's work out every day. Let's work on your dreams every day. Let's clean up every day. Let's eat well. And in that process, for me, I have personally decided to do Discipline for Destiny for 365 days instead of 40 days at the top of every quarter. Because what I found out is that once those 40 days are over, day 41, I'm liable to do absolutely nothing, as if I didn't just build up all this discipline. And so the purpose of this is to build up lifestyle habits, healthy lifestyle habits, and that's what I'm going to do for the entire year. So that is what is also helping me and fueling me as I prepare for my next level. Alrighty, my fifth habit. This is something that I have not shared personally with everyone. However, I am pursuing a new certification. And so I have been wondering if I wanted to share that journey out loud. I just finished 20% of it and I should be done around by March, I believe, by March of 2026. And so I'm super excited about that. But the reason why I say it's fueling me is one, yes, Discipline for Destiny, one component is pursuing your dreams every day. But for me, I am a lifelong learner, okay? I found out, and I just had to receive this, that I get bored easily. So you put me in something, you put me in a thing, listen, we got to spice things up. We got to shake it up. And if I don't see movement in one area of my life, I'm going to make something shake in another, okay? And this was less about making something shake and more of, hey, I feel like this really aligns with where I want to go in my career. This is an additional thing that I can utilize in my business. If you guys didn't know, I have a marketing agency and a consulting firm, and so I get to really coach other business owners in their business. And this particular certification is going to help me in a different way, and I'm super excited about that. So if you are interested in learning more about my journey, or maybe even me documenting it below, put document down below, and we'll see what happens. Alrighty, y'all, so number 6 has been a game changer for me, because at the top of the year the Lord had really told me to start this. And listen, I was going strong for the first 3 months and then fell completely off. That habit is doing a financial review. And so initially I think I was doing it monthly. Now I do it twice a month, and I'm really getting to a place where I'm doing it every single week, because I just need to be more in tune with my finances. I have a natural ability to just spend, and I enjoy spending money. I absolutely do. But honey, We got plans and we got goals. And there are other things that I want my money to do outside of eating Chick-fil-A for lunch every day. So with that being said, we got goals, and doing that financial review has been a game changer for me to get my finances in order. All right, number 7. All right, so number 7 has been me. It's kind of like a 2-for-1. I have been consuming more motivational content in alignment with where I want to go, and from people who exemplify the values that I have, and they have the lifestyle that I desire to have. Okay, and it may not be in every single area of their life, but if they're like a genius in one area that I want to grow in, I'm listening to them. It's 2 particular ones right now, and they have been a game changer in just helping me to stay in the mindset of discipline. Sometimes it's hard to like stay in and stay motivated, but listening to motivational content, and I would say coupled with that is habit stacking. So I'm listening to this motivational content when I'm washing dishes or when I'm working out. As I'm working out, I am listening to something else. That has been super helpful for me to keep my mind in the game and to remind myself of where I'm going and where I want to go. Alrighty, y'all, last but certainly not least is keeping God first. I know I saved the best for last. However, y'all, it is so important to keep God first in your life. Whether you're trying to level up or you're just trying to survive, it don't matter what stage of life that you're in. Matthew 6:33 tells us, "Seek ye first the kingdom of God and all of his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you." The previous verses we're talking about all the things we could be worried about, what we're going to eat, what we're going to drink, what we're going to wear. And he's like, hey, if you just seek God first and his kingdom and his righteousness, he's going to add all those other things to you. So if you're desiring anything out of life, I know people try to manifest the things, they try to make all the goals and all the plans, and that's beautiful. But God has given us a principle in this earth that says, hey, but if you put me first, my righteousness too, if you operate like me, if you operate like Christ, I am going to take care of you. The things that you have in your heart, I'm going to make those things happen. And so that is the most important thing that has been helping me to stay in alignment, is just hearing from him, seeking him. How would he make a decision? And sometimes that's like, hey sis, you don't get to post whatever you want to post. You don't get to clap back. You don't get to say certain things that you want to say. You don't get to engage in certain activities, because I got you going in a certain direction. I need you to stay there. And that has been helpful for me, and it's also caused me to just mature spiritually and emotionally, because in times past I would have just did whatever I wanted to do, but it's not like that anymore. So this is what I'm doing right now to prepare me for my next level in this new year. And so I pray you took something from it. Listen, I want to know what it is that you are going to take. What habit are you going to take right now to prepare you for your next? Okay, because you deserve to have a healthy lifestyle, to have an environment that you love, to work a job that you enjoy, to make as much money as you can dream of. Like, you literally deserve that, and you can have it if you take some time now to step into that. This is the perfect time to build momentum, and I want you to do that. Okay, so if there's any habit that you took or anything that has blessed you, encouraged you in any way, why don't you like this video and also subscribe so you can also get notifications for what's coming up in the lineup. Okay, I'm also trying to think of a new series, so if you have any ideas around a new series, I would love to have your input. Listen, when you comment, I will comment back as well. I'm looking for you to respond. I'm excited about growing this community. Share this with someone that you love and you want to see go to the next level. Okay, until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.